Morning, guys. This is a day in my life once again in my city cozy kitchen. I'll be making some jollof rice. My chopped tomatoes, vegetables, you can see garnishing. This is going for soup, and this is the rice I'm working with today. This is basmati, Indian basmati wash. So my organic seasoning. This is the dry one. I sometimes make some of them myself, grind them myself. And these are the protein. This is the protein I'm working with today. You can see it's already ready. This is the stock I'm gonna use on the rice and also on the soup. So let's start the process. This is going with the soup. This is for the soup and just a little portion because it's for one person. And this is going for the rice. I just turn out the meat from here, so I'm gonna use it to start cooking now. And this is how a typical day in my life every weekend is like when I'm at home or at home before work. So it usually starts this way. I usually start this way. Stick around with me, stay tuned, and let's work together. Yeah. Let me see the position of the camera in the right direction. Okay. Okay. Now camera is set. I'm just going to start. Bear with me, guys, because I make some order with some stuff. It's still not in yet. Okay. Sorry about the short break, and here we are. About to start. I turn on my heat. I need the heating settings to be on the right temperature. Now, I'm going to start. Let this heat up to the right temperature in it. I'm going to start with one, and when one is ongoing, then I will keep on to the next one. I've already shown you guys, through the ingredients I'm working with on this today episode. So that having said, it's time to start. Okay. I like working with wooden spoon when I'm staying and all of that. So therefore I choose that. Now I'm gonna start. Remember we're making soup, so I'm just gonna reserve some of this for the next pot because I'm making just a small batch. This is just for one person and one portion. That's it. Now I'm sauteing the onions and coming up. We go in with the next ingredient. you want to know each and every one of the ingredients, both the dry and the wet that I'm using, you can always feel free to drop the comment at the comment section, and I will list them on the caption as well. Smelling good in here already. So now I'm going in with this. And remember one thing, the fire management is key in cooking. Know when to tone down the temperature of your cooker or the heat you're working with at a certain time, and when it's necessary, not when it's not necessary, in order to get the best result. And also not to burn your food, or not to make your food soaky, especially if you're cooking rice. That's very important, because this rice is going to come out very nice. More like to say, in my culture, we would say party jollof. So that's what it is going to turn out like. I'm just going to quick to my little tree get this, because I need the base. It's one of the best I'm working with. With that, and just a little bit for the mix. I use this because this is actually one of the best. When you're thinking of tomato, it's one of the best you can think of in the market or in the store. Price friendly, quantity, very economical. It's really good. I work with this a lot. Basically, I'm fully stuck with it, because sometimes I go to the store, they run out, and it's not in all stores you can get it. So now my base is coming up. We're getting there. So go in half of this for the flavor, because we are building the flavor. Just a bit of it. Don't overpower the stage. I'll put this out because I'm done with this. Smells really good. There are some things I introduce at this stage because we are building the flavor. So go in with one of the herbs. I have that. This is for the final stage. This is really going well. It's really good. Now I'm going to bring the camera closer, but maybe I'll just wait a little bit so that when everything is in, bring the camera, you guys can see how the process is going and how it's turning out. So yeah. Now I'm going to introduce some little amounts of this in here. So remember, we're using this for soup also. So this is how I work with flavors. When someone eats my food, they say, what is the hidden flavor of this food? As a recipe creator, sorry about that. I just I bring in everything together in one pot. The necessary thing that when you combine together, you get the right result. Not everything you can combine or when you put together. Some days ago, I make a sauce for I would say family friend, and what sauce do you need? Do you need mild, strong, or soft? I said, give me my sauce. I want to travel with sauce in a bottle. I said, okay, welcome to my bottle packing sauce. Then I put everything together. I started the base. There are some that you need to roast together. A combination of sweet, sour, and a little bitter. Add together. Then blend that together with the right amount of ingredient. That's a video for another day. Actually, it's all of the thing in the kitchen. So this is cooking now to get rid of any kind of sour from a vegetable, or to give you the right flavor without having any slurry. Therefore, we're running it through a little bit on the heat. So this is going well. Now, remember we talked about fire management. Excuse me. And one thing with me in my kitchen, when I'm cooking, I make sure my environment is clean, always keeping the surface neat, because I don't like seeing food splash or some stain everywhere all over the place. So remember we talk about fire management. Now I've reduced the heat temperature because I don't need it at this moment. I don't want it to dry up. Now I'm going to go in with the dry. So remember we have another thing we're working with, but I'm not going to, it doesn't require much of this on the other soup we're making. So I'm going to basically use everything here. So nothing will be left on this. Yeah. That's good. Now we've introduced this dry and wet. So now we're just gonna let them romance each other, introduce yourself, and adjust your taste and the flavor. The key part is the flavor.